lying down. I had to sleep like in an elevated position so that I don't hurt myself. So it's very, very painful, guys. No, it's painful. And you can't just lie there. You have to walk around for the scar to heal and for the muscles to get back to the movement so that you can heal faster. But it's very painful, Shem. It's a very painful. Honeys, hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed as yet, make sure that you do so and you click on the notification button so that you can get the notification when I load more videos. So, guys, today I just wanna talk about postpartum, like the journey after giving birth. I think the focus is always so much on the pregnancy, and not so much on the afterbirth. And I feel like that's where it goes down a lot. So today I just want to share my experience with postpartum, and I also want to share my body transformation after giving birth, what helped me to be able to get the kind of results that I got, what I went through, the struggles of motherhood and trying to get your body back, which is something that a lot of us moms are struggling with. The confidence or the lack of confidence thereof after giving birth. I'm just going to touch on everything that pertains to postpartum. So let's start. Let us start. I think I mentioned, if you haven't seen my introduction video, please do so. I touched a lot about who I am and that I'm a mom. So I am a mom of two. I've got two sons. Growing up, I always saw myself as a mom of girls. I think it's because in my family, like, there's a lot of girls. Like, boys are just few here and there, but almost everyone is a girl. So we have a family of girls. So I always thought I'm going to be a mom of girls. But surprisingly, I don't even have one girl. I have two boys, but it's all good. It's all good. They're kids, so I love them so much. So I gave birth via C-section. Both of my births were via C-section, not by choice. For my firstborn, my son, I had false labor. So I was experiencing, what do they call it? I forgot the term for it, but it's like a bloody discharge. I know there's too much information, but that's basically what happens to moms during pregnancy. So I had that, and then apparently that's an early sign of labor. So because I was a new mom and I never knew how my experience was going to be like or what to expect, I didn't know how long until I get to the actual labor. So me and my husband, we packed up and we went to hospital. When we got to hospital, I stayed there. They checked me. I think I was like 2 centimeters dilated, and then they admitted. I got admitted, and then I stayed there. I stayed there for like 8 hours and nothing was happening. Literally nothing. And I was already in the hospital. I was like, there's no way I'm going back home. Like, I'm due. I think I was due in 2 days. So I was like, there's no way I'm going back home, so you might as well induce me. So they induced me, and yeah, I was induced. And then I had to wait for the induction to kick in. We waited and waited. We waited. And the induction didn't work. I don't know why. I literally don't know why the induction didn't work. I started experiencing back pains. So when I was experiencing back pains, they were saying, okay, no, it's a good sign. It means that the labor is coming, the contractions are coming. So it's a good sign. It's a start. We started, back pains came, check. They checked me, nothing, no dilation whatsoever. And we spent the night there in hospital. And then in the morning when they checked me, 8 hours of the morning when they checked me, they noticed that nothing was happening. Literally, the labor had stopped. Even with the induction, the labor had stopped, but now my son's heart rate was going down, which is a danger to the baby. So I was immediately rushed to the theater for an emergency C-section. So that's how I got my first C-section. And the C-section was so quick. Yo, guys, I think doctors are miracle workers, hey? Like, the C-section was so quick. I think in 15 minutes, the baby was out. And it's like, you're literally lying there, lying there on your back. And I get it, they numb you from the waist down. So you can't feel the pain, but you can feel the pressure. So as they are busy, like they're cutting, they're taking out the baby, you can feel the pressure. It's like the bed is even shaking, but you can't feel the pain. So it's a weird, uncomfortable feeling, but it's definitely not painful. And within like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they were done, the baby was out, and then they just started closing me up. So that was my first C-section. And my second C-section, it was planned, but not by choice, by medical circumstances. So when I was two months pregnant, when I went for my gynae appointment, they noticed that I had a fibroid. And that time my fibroid was so big, it was as big as the baby. So that was a very scary moment in our lives. I don't even want to think about that time, but it was a scary moment for us. And the dangers of having a fibroid when you're pregnant is that if it grows, it competes for space for a baby, which means that the baby can either come early as a premature, or you can get a miscarriage if it's too big and the baby doesn't have enough space to actually grow. So that was a very scary moment in our lives, but luckily, thank God, the fibroid didn't grow. My baby grew to normal size. I think he was around 3.8 when I gave birth, which is a good weight. So my doctor was very happy with the growth. The fibroid didn't move. It just stayed there where it was. And then I think at some point when we were going for checkups, this guy was sleeping on top of the fibroid, so he was using it as a pillow. So extra comfort for him. So yeah, it's really, really, really scared us, but everything turned out great. And because of that, I had no chance of giving birth naturally, and I so wanted to give birth naturally. I did, I honestly did, but yeah, it is what it is. The C-section was scheduled, and then that's why I had my second C-section. So I can't say I've ever experienced labor pains. I don't know what labor pains feel like. I don't know what pushing feels like, and it's fine. Like, we all have different ways we're gonna give birth. It doesn't take away from anyone, whether you pushed or you did C-section. Doesn't take away from you being a mom or you being a woman. You gave birth. Hey, that's a lot. So that's why I had my second C-section. So my second C-section, I got a date. On that date, the day before, I remember I went to cut my hair, I went to do my nails. Like, I wanted to be pretty after giving birth, because I know you will feel all sorts of emotions. So at least I wanted to control that, because I can't control everything else that comes after. So I did that, and then on the day we went early in the morning, 5 a.m., we were at the hospital, and we got checked in, all the procedures were done, we headed to the theater, and we gave birth, healthy son. The only issue is that he had water in his lungs, so when you took him out, when he was crying, I was like, choking, but they just quickly took out the water in the lungs, and he was good. He was great. He was healthy. During pregnancy, we had another big, huge scare, but I think this video is not about that. I will make a video specifically for that. It's a lot. So we're not there yet, we're just here. So luckily my baby was healthy. I did the C-section, everything went well, and 3 days after we went home. My postpartum journey. I was never ready for a postpartum journey. I don't think any person can ever prepare themselves for a postpartum journey, especially the first one. Because at least the second one, you kind of have an idea of what's happening. But the first one, I don't think there's any way or anyhow you can prepare yourself. So I was not prepared. I was never ready. I didn't know what to expect. I literally had no idea what to expect. So I remember coming back from the hospital. I spent 3 days in hospital after birth, and then coming back home, we went to my home, my hometown. So I was at my home. So I was there for the first month. So I remember looking in the mirror, and I couldn't recognize myself. Like, it's so strange. Like, it's such a strange feeling or a strange experience, because you know your body before pregnancy, and you kind of got to know your body throughout pregnancy, because it's a gradual growth from when you find out that you're pregnant and by the time you go to give birth. Like, that's a 9-month process where you get to know your body, the pregnancy body, and you love it, you get used to it. Well, I used to love mine. I don't know how other people feel. Different people experience pregnancy differently, so I loved my pregnant body and I was used to it. But then the postpartum body, it's a lot. It's a lot because it happens like this. 1 minute you are like, you have a big belly like this, nice round shaped belly, and then like this, in a blink of an eye, the big round belly is gone and you have like your sleeping stomach. I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but I couldn't recognize my body. I was like, it's like the balloon is full and then they suck out air from the balloon. You know how it looks, miss. So that's exactly how I looked. My tummy was weird, and you become very, very, very dark after pregnancy. Like, your boobs are like dark here, and then your stomach is also very, very dark here. And there was the pain. The pain after C-section. People that think that C-section birth is the easy way out, they have no idea what they're talking about. They literally have zero idea what they're talking about, because the pain after, child, it goes down. That's where the incision is. When you sneeze, when you laugh, when having to walk, like you can't even sleep. I remember I couldn't sleep lying down. I had to sleep like in an elevated position so that I don't hurt myself. So it's very, very painful, guys. It's painful. And you can't just lie there. You have to walk around for the scar to heal and for the muscles to get back to the movement so that you can heal faster. But it's very painful, Shem. It's a very painful experience, but it helps to have support after pregnancy. Postpartum needs support, guys. I can't stress this enough. You need support postpartum, because not only are you sleep deprived, there's no sleeping, you are in pain, you don't know how you feel, the emotions that comes after giving birth, I don't even know how to describe it because you're an emotional wreck, Shem. You're an emotional wreck. You cry even after 2 seconds. Like I don't know about other people, but I used to cry a lot after pregnancy. And not that I'm sad. No, I'm happy. I'm happy to have this my baby. I am very grateful. I'm loving the experience, but everything made me emotional. Like I would cry about everything. Everything. So the emotions are all over the place. It takes time to get everything to settle in within yourself. So I think that's where a lot of mom experience postpartum depression, because sometimes if you don't have the necessary support, people don't know how to be there for you. You are also a new mom. You are panicky. You don't know how to deal with this. Everything is new, so it's like literally a trial and error for every mom, and everyone experiences postpartum differently. So it's not a one size fits all kind of situation. So you kind of have to be there to walk the journey with a person and rely on them to at least guide you on where they need help. And other people are not used to asking for help. Lucky for me, when I ask for help, guys, if I'm struggling, I'll ask for help. So I had a very good support system. My family and my husband were there through and through. So it really helped me to be able to recover well, to sleep, and it's also important to eat well. I know as people that are very traditional, they would pump you with food. After giving birth, you will be pumped with food. Like I know in South Africa, a lot of cultures after you've given birth, like they give you like a hot bowl of porridge every morning to eat, and it's a lot of food, eh? That's a lot of food so that you can produce milk and tea, a lot of like a huge cup of tea to produce milk and all of that. But luckily for me, my family is not that traditional, so they were kind of like easygoing with the whole eating process after giving birth. So I was eating the way that I'm used to eating. I was having oats in the morning, or I would have a shake in the morning, and I still had enough milk. Like I had a lot of milk. What I've noticed or what I've learned is that you really don't have to eat a lot to make milk. You just have to eat enough and eat nutritious food. It's all in the nutrition. So if your food is high in nutrition, your body's going to respond well and you will make milk. So that was my first postpartum experience. And another thing is that before pregnancy, my first birth, I was 75 kgs. So you can see I was a little bit tiny, not that tiny, but tiny. And then I gained over 40, I think 35 kgs. By the time I went to give birth, I was 109. That was my heaviest. It was huge. So that also put a strain on me. Like even after giving birth, like my body was just foreign. It was just foreign. I was not happy with it. And I think it's a lot of moms that experience this. You can't really help the weight gain. You can help by eating healthy, but I was eating healthy during my pregnancy. Yes, I once here and there I would eat whatever because I'm pregnant and I was allowing myself to have those moments, but most of the time I was eating healthy, but I still gained a lot of weight, and I was exercising here and there, but I still gained a lot of weight. So that was that. And even after my second born, same thing. I gained a lot of weight. So after my first, I had gained that much, and I remember looking at myself and saying that I am definitely not going to just sit and be unhappy. I can't do that to myself because I was really not happy with the way that my body was, and I wanted to change that, and I knew that I can change that. So, and I know that after giving birth, there's a lot of self-esteem goes down, self-confidence goes down. Like it's like you lose your identity somehow. You're still trying to relearn this new person. You're a new mom. You're like trying to adjust to your new role, so you end up losing yourself in the process. So I was very intentional about not falling into the trap of just being consumed by this, not being happy with how I looked. I was happy with everything else, my body, my baby, and everything, but I was not happy with how I looked, and I know that I knew that I could change that, so I worked towards that. I began by eating healthy. Also, what helped me a lot was Herbalife nutrition products. They made eating healthy very easy and convenient for me as a new mom, and the support that I got. So that's what I did. And I remember I started exercising. The doctors recommend that you start exercising after 6 weeks. So I started after 4 weeks because I felt strong enough. Disclaimer, that's me. Your experience might be different, and listen to your doctor, please. So because I was used to exercising before, even after giving birth, my body kind of healed quicker. So within 4 weeks, I was able to start exercising, but not like heavy things. I would start taking walks. I would start just moving my body, just being active so that at least that muscle memory can come back. So that's what I started doing. And I was consistent with it. I was not doing it every day because I couldn't. I didn't have that time. I did it like 3 times a week whenever I can. If I can't, I couldn't, I wouldn't. So I was also very patient with myself, and I think that's one of the things that us moms struggle with. And the pressure from society to bounce back, my God. Yo, the pressure from society to bounce back after giving birth is insane. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, you literally took 9 months to accumulate or look the way that you look. And during that 9 months, everything is nice. Oh my God, you look so good. You are glowing. You know, the baby loves you. You look so pretty. And then you give birth. The next day or the next week, people are like, Mayang, why are you so big? Like, oh my God, like, did you have amnesia? Did you forget that I just pushed a whole person out of my body? So how do you expect me to just bounce back? What is bounce back anyway? Like, that makes me mad even, like, nonsense bounce back business. So if you are a mom and you feel pressure, don't feel pressured from the society. Maybe there what you see on all social media and people portraying giving birth and bouncing back like it's so, oh my God, it's so easy. You just have to do this and do that. Honey, listen, get pregnant, give birth, and walk your journey. Like, hey, this thing is not easy. This thing is not for the faint-hearted. So that is the last thing moms need from people, pressure, literally. So how I approached my situation is that I was trying to make me feel better, not listening to what other people are saying or how I'm supposed to look after giving birth or anything like that. It was just me making sure that I invest in me. I work towards my goals to make me feel better so that I can be a better mom, I can be a better wife, I can just be a better person. It was literally all about me. And once I started doing that, small bits doing that consistently, I started feeling better. I started feeling more like myself. I started being more happier. And those are the kind of things that I always encourage moms to do this because it helps you a lot. Like, it's like you're filling a cup. We give out so much to anyone. Like, we're always pouring out. Like, and if you don't take time to just sit back and watch, you end up consumed, you end up exhausted, you end up like, and those things, they build resentment towards the people that you love, that you're always pouring out to. So that's why I encourage moms to just sit back, pour into yourself, pour into you, how you feel, how you want to feel. Fill your cup so that when you give from a place of wholeness and happiness and contentment, and then you don't get to resent those very same people that you love. So that's always why I share my journey and my process with my fellow moms, because I know that it's not easy. Guys, it's not easy. It's hard. And this thing that people say that no, after 2 months, it's no longer baby fat, you're just fat. Honey, try it, and tell us how it goes, okay? Because it's not only about that. Like, there's a whole lot of stuff that we deal with surrounding babies, our bodies, and everything. Like, it's a whole lot of stuff that you still need to be present for while you're trying to figure this role out. So nothing is easy. Nothing is as easy as many people may have seen or may think that it is. It's really not. And there's one thing that comes with being a mom, that is mom guilt. Bro. Like you feel guilt, deep guilt about every little thing. Literally every little thing surrounding the baby. You feel guilty. Like even if you take a few moments for yourself to do something that you love or just be by yourself, you feel guilty. It's like there's a whole lot of things. You feel like you're not enough, you're not doing enough. There's more that you should be doing. Like it's a lot, guys, it's a lot. Mom guilt is the worst. But it gets better, Shem. It honestly does get better. And after, with my second pregnancy, that was my first pregnancy. With my second pregnancy, everything is much better. It gets better with time. It does get better with time, because I think because you've went through the experience, it's not so bad. You are kind of prepared. You know what to do, what not to do, and you've got experience. Like experience helps to calm your nerves. You're not as panicky as before. You're not as anxious as before. And you've kind of figured out your routine surrounding you being a new mom, how to handle this and that, breastfeeding, sleeping patterns and stuff. So experience helps a lot. So my second time around was really not that difficult, except from the pain, because the pain is pain. You are cut, you are bound to feel the pain, but it was not that bad. Emotionally, it was not that bad. Even my postpartum was not like, what is this? Because I've seen it before. So it was like, oh, okay, we are here now. And because I had lost my previous weight by my fixed pregnancy, I was confident that I can do it again. And also being in an environment where I'm a wellness coach, I literally help people to be healthy and active. I literally help people to lose weight, gain weight, do all these things with their bodies. I felt confident and well equipped to do it to myself, because I've helped a lot of moms in my journey to also be able to lose their baby fat, to feel happier, to feel more confident and more sexy, because you lose your sex. Yeah. You feel like you're not sexy anymore. But because I've done it before with my first pregnancy, I kind of knew what to do to get my groove back, and not like back, but nothing will ever be the same as it was. Yes, you can get a new body that you love. You can still look hot, lose the weight and look hot. You won't necessarily look the way that you looked 15 years ago. It's just the reality of the situation. That's how it is. But my second time around, it was emotionally, postpartum was not so bad. But losing weight after second pregnancy, it was so tough. It is so tough, because I'm still in it. I'm still going through it. With my firstborn, I lost over 30 kgs that year. So when he was turning a year, I was already back at my pre-pregnancy weight. But this time around, it's difficult to lose. The weight is not going as quick as it did the first time. And I think it's because I also have a lot on my plate. I have 2 babies. I have a husband. I have a business that I'm trying to get off the ground. I have clients that I need to attend to. I have a household to look after. So those are all the factors that are consuming me, are looking at me. I also need to gym. I also need to eat healthy, meal prep. I also have to have a social life. I have to show up for my friends, be there for other people. Guys, that's a lot. That's a lot on someone, one person. It is a lot. It is a lot, and it can get overwhelming. So I think that's one of the things that are making it very difficult this time around for me to lose that weight. But I am also more patient with myself. I'm not giving myself too much pressure, because if I give myself too much pressure, then I'm gonna get more overwhelmed. So I'm just taking it easy, taking it one step at a time. It's been my firstborn is 1 year, 5 months now. 1 year, 5 months now, and I've lost over 18 kgs so far. That's a lot. That's a lot. I must give myself that. That is a lot. It's not where I want to be. I feel like my goal is to get to 75 for now. So 75 for now. And I am working towards that. So I still have like 12 more kgs to lose. And I'm working towards it. And I know that I'm going to achieve it because I want to. And I love it for myself. And I'm going to get there. So what gives me confidence about me knowing that I'm going to achieve this is because I've done it before and I can do it again. And I'm persistent, very persistent. But also what also gives me confidence is the fact that I've helped other people to do it. So I know exactly what to do. When I was going through my first postpartum journey, I was in a space where I was a wellness coach. So I was literally walking the journey with other moms. I was not doing it alone. I had a Mommy Get Your Groove Back challenge, where it's a group of moms and I'm the coach, but we are a community of moms where we feed off each other, and I was helping them to be able to get their groove back, get their sexy back, start feeling more confident again, start prioritizing yourself, start prioritizing your wellness. So I was providing them with meal plans, with workout plans to do after giving birth, like baby steps until you get to a point where you feel like you can do extreme exercises. So everyone's program was tailored to where they are, whether they're a beginner or an advanced person. So I walked the journey with different moms and they got absolutely amazing results. And I also got my amazing results. Oh, the pictures are honey. I remember before I got pregnant with my second baby, I was at my hottest in my life. Like I felt like, here, 6-pack is coming. I think this other guy had some ideas. That's how I got pregnant again. So I walked the journey with other moms and I'm confident that I can do it again, and still working with other moms, helping each other, creating a safe space and a community for us to thrive and be happier and invest in our health. So I know that with that community and my knowledge of nutrition, the help of my Herbalife nutrition products and exercising, I'm going to get there, and I'm so excited. Like that just journey excites me. Yes, my honeys, that's my story. That's where I'm at right now, and let us be moms that prioritizes themselves. Let's change the narrative of, I don't know what narrative. Our parents, let's change the narrative that you can't look good for your mom. You can't look your best, And if you've had C-section, there's no way you can get a flat stomach if you want a flat stomach. That's a lie. If you want a flat stomach, you can work towards getting a flat stomach and you can get it. That's for sure. That's fact. You can change your body the way that you want, however you want it to look. It is possible for you to do that. So don't let anyone fool you. It is definitely possible. So let's be hot moms. If you want to be a hot mom, if you don't want, no problem. It's fine. It's all right. Yeah. So the motto is Ukuzala, yes. Ukuwa, no, honey, not happening. Giving birth, yes. But falling, nah, falling is not part of the plan. Falling is not part of the narrative. So we refuse. Come by me. So yes, say hello, guys. Say hello. Hello, puppy. So yes, mommies, that's my story. That's my journey, postpartum journey, weight loss journey, and just where I'm at right now. I am very happy with where I am, and I'm very excited for where I'm going. Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening to me. I know that I'm not alone, and there are more people that have been in my situation, and there are people that are still going to be in my situation. I just want to say that be patient with yourself, show yourself some love, and if you need to zone out and block the world, do that for your sanity. When you feel like you're strong enough, then you can unlock and go back. Just take time, but most importantly, do yourself a favor and work on yourself. You deserve to look the greatest. You deserve to feel the greatest. You deserve to be the greatest that you are, because you are a superhuman, because you are birthing humans. Thank you, my darlings. Bye. Hi, my superstars. Hi, my honeys. Welcome back. So today I just wanted to take you guys through some of the workouts, exercises that have helped me to be able to close the muscle separation after birth. I know that a lot of people are not, especially moms, are not aware that when they are pregnant, their muscles actually separate to make space for the growing baby. So after birth, the muscles, for some people, they are still separated. Others, they go back, especially if you've only had one child. The muscles can easily go back. But if you've had multiple births, chances are, even after giving birth, you will still experience muscle separation. So these are some of the exercises that you can do to help your body, your muscles, to be able to come back together and close, so that you don't look pregnant even when you're still pregnant. You don't experience weak inner core, and some other people experience lower back pains because of the muscle separation. So these are the exercises that you can do to help you close the gap, to help you strengthen your inner core, and to also help you with your pelvic floor. So try them, let me know how you feel. So remember, you're not gonna do them once and then everything comes back together. You have to keep doing them repeatedly until you get to a point where it's not sore anymore when you do them, or you feel the strength coming back. So try them, mommies. Let me know how you feel after. Bye. session, I am going to have rebuild a joint just to help me up my carbs and give me some protein to help my body to recover. I love it so much because it helps me to be able to reach my daily recommended protein without having to think about it a lot and count and weigh. Everything has been weighed and calculated for me. It's the convenience for me. And then I'm gonna add this iced coffee. I love it so much. For that kick, yeah, coffee. And it is also high in protein too. A girl has to get some protein in and it tastes delicious. Also very no sugar added. It's vegan friendly and it's low in fat. So I love these two are my favorites. Just gonna blend it and enjoy. What's up, Kushi? Just gonna add my ice cubes. I love these ice cubes, but I got them from Pepco. They look so cool. And look at this. Look at the crema. Look at the. You know what is a crema, Kushi? It's the top part of the
Shake.
coffee.
I thought it was shake.
And let's enjoy. So delicious. Six.
Hello.
Bye.